Right, I think this might be Downslink. Yeah, that definitely runs through Cranleigh. That's good. Got less than 2 miles now. Haven't hardly seen a soul. Not surprisingly, given the weather today. I mean, it has dried up a little bit. And I can see lots of blue sky. So, yes, I should get there in about half an hour, just over half an hour, I think. Where are you? Right, I really am on Downslink today. It's definitely Downslink. Walking up to Godalming today, or I might just stop at Bramley. I'll have lunch and then kind of decide whether to get the bus or not, or walk. It's not that far. I have done it before actually. I did it early this year, I think. Right, and I met a nice cat who I really was worried was going to follow me down the path. That lovely black and white one. I think it's a little girl. I don't know. Difficult to tell, but was small and pretty. So I think, yeah, possibly a little girl. And so a nice dog who was like, oh my gosh, usually animals, they usually like me for whatever reason. But this dog was like barking at me. Obviously he doesn't like strangers, and maybe quite a young dog, I don't know. Well, the last 24 hours, the obvious bit of news is the Queen dying. Okay, given her age and all that, you know, she was 96 and whatever, but wow, that was really sudden. I mean, yeah, she didn't look well, but you know, but no, it's like, yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad and all that, but it's also, it's like the world is, I don't know, this is a thought that I had, I don't know, just maybe some people, maybe mainly Generation Xers, I think, might get this, that the world is looking way too futuristic for my liking. You know, it's not right that we don't have Elizabeth as our queen and whatever. Doesn't matter who succeeds her. Obviously, yeah, it's going to be Charles, but yeah, that's irrelevant really. It's just like, no, she's just been there. I mean, okay, I mean, I do have a few friends who a little bit anti-monarchy and, you know, like the Republican view and all that. But it's still, you know, I mean, my upbringing, I suppose, rural, fairly middle class environment. And it's just like, you know, I went to Church of England school and, you know, all the kind of usual stuff that people just took for granted in those days, didn't really question it. But, you know, I mean, for people who don't agree with the monarchy and all that, you know, we have to have a monarchy. She was a good monarch. So, you know, it's all, I don't know, there is a certain kind of sadness, doesn't matter how, you know, what people believe or whatever, but yeah, it's like last night's news. I actually walked into a pub, stayed over a pub last night as usual. It's the thing, I never go downstairs for a drink in the evenings in these places, not often anyway, very very rarely. Walked in and there's this guy, obviously a regular, kind of, as I say, kind of like, you know, burst in front of me and whatever into the queue. You know, I wasn't that bothered. Right, so Bramley, 3 miles, North End Way 6 miles, yeah, that makes sense. You know, he's basically asking the landlord, oh, can you change the channels? He looks like the Queen's on her last legs. And obviously so like that, it's like, oh really, you know, and she's like, no, he's like, no, her family have been kind of brought in, they're all flying over from all over the world, this looks like it's going to be it. And also that kind of drew me into the conversation somewhat. It's like, oh bloody hell, was my response, I think. And so yeah, So yeah, it's just really, I don't know, it just feels really weird. I think because it's what we've always had, and it wasn't like she was like a new monarch when I was born. She'd been on the throne, gosh, oh, less than 18 years. Is that it? I'm not that old, am I? Yes, I am. Yes, Mary, you are that old. Yeah, okay, so, but still, you know, she wasn't a new monarch even back then, was she? I mean, 18 years, okay. And yeah, it's quite a while for a monarch to be on the throne. So, I mean, bearing in mind, you know, the World War II had actually finished less than 25 years before I was born. That sounds really depressing, honestly. But anyway, I'm rambling. More ways than one, maybe. No, I don't call myself a rambler. Yeah, I think certain hikers will get the difference between a rambler and a hiker anyway. Again, I'm waffling. But anyway, so saw that sign, 3 miles to Bramley. I think, so Bramley and Monash station. It's not really a station anymore. You can't get trains from it, but it's one of the best preserved platforms. On par with, West Grinstead is the big one, and also kind of Christ Hospital and Bramley and Monash are, they've lasted, and since it's become Downslink back in, what was it, 2004 or something? Was it? No, it might be later than that, I don't know, I can't remember now. It's like it's been made kind of almost like the whole trail. It's kind of a memorial to the old railway. Like 2 railways actually, technically. The railway coming down from Guildford to Christ Hospital, and the one going up from Shoreham to Christ Hospital. So the Cranleigh line and the Stenning line, really. Oh, that looks interesting, actually. I don't think I'm going to go down there today. There's a lake down there, or a little pond or something. Branch has come off quite recently. That might be that one even. Yeah. No, that just looked interesting anyway. But now I'm going onwards this way.